Tonight the team and I are doing something a little different. We're going to be investigating one of our own houses. Now for reasons of anonymity, we're not going to disclose the location, so we'll be calling this investigation number 13.
This land was originally built upon in the 18th century when a redoubt was built to house guns and weapons to help protect the coastline of this ocean city. Skip forward 100 years later and the terrace that this house is situated in was built, and it sounds like some of the past occupants might not have left. The occupier describes many things happening in this house, including a dinner gong chiming at 3 o'clock in the morning, the sound of footsteps, the feeling of being watched, children laughing, and most mysteriously, handprints made of water appearing in her stairway, only for her to wipe them away and for them to return a day later. Now, because this was one of our own houses, we were a little bit cautious about this, and we weren't sure what we were going to find. But I don't think this night disappointed.
Well, within this room, I've actually noticed I've got a few bells on the bookcase. I've had two of those ring during the night. And in the kitchen, I've got a gong out there, which was a dinner gong used by my mum when she used to run a bed and breakfast house. During the night, that has actually gone off 3 times. Seems to be in threes, but the rings and bells and gongs seem to go off. That was in the middle of the night. There's no actual there's no wind or drafts or anything that could have made it go off. However, in the hallway, I do have handprints that seem to be water handprints that you can wipe off, but they reappear on the ceiling. And in the healing room, I get a lot of activity in there, especially as I use that as my where I do all my Reiki and hypnotherapy, etc. So I tend to get a lot of activity in there as well. Once in the healing room, I was doing Reiki to a client, and I was explaining about a past life that she'd experienced that I'd got through psychically, and I was telling her that she had been a coal miner in the past, and I was being quite expressive, telling her this, and I went like that, and my whole hand was covered in coal dust, and I thought, oh God, what have I touched? I didn't think automatically it's been come there from a spirit or anything, but when I went like that, said, oh, there's nothing on this hand. We both looked at it, and my whole hand was covered itself with coal dust gradually.
After a quick break, we all decided it would be a good idea to start in the living room, and it wasn't long before we started hearing some strange noises.
Please not make a noise, move something, ring the bell, hang the gong, anything to let us know you're here. Is there anybody here that likes to contact us? Is there anybody here that likes to contact us, make a noise, knock something?
what I'm seeing, the only way I can describe it is, do you know in Pirates of the Caribbean when you've got the Navy, you've got Captain called Commodore Norrington.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about, Sam?
Yeah.
Mm.
They've got like the white wig on and
Yeah.
I can see a man in that type of dress.
Okay.
Okay.
Got the white wig. Look, beautiful. I was going to say robes, but they're not robes.
What colour's
Uniform.
his uniform?
It's like brown. It's like a browny gold.
Oh, okay.
Browny gold. He's related to the fort, I think. I can see. What I can see is I can see him. Not necessarily, obviously, these houses weren't there. Do you know what I get? What I get the feeling it is? I've just heard word in my head. Armada.
Right. That's way before the fort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know that. I know that obviously, but what?
Do you mean maybe the land?
Yeah, I'm going on more of the land. What I can see is I can literally see. I've just heard the word Armada. I don't know whether or not it's in relation to the Spanish Armada, or what I can see is this man, and I can just. He's got like a map or he's got something, and there's people all around him, and he's like this.
Mm.
What's it called? So we got a map.
Compass.
And they go like
Compass.
the compass where there's needle in one and the pencil in the other.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's got one of those.
Right.
But he stood up on the fort.
Did you hear nothing then?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to sound really silly. Really silly.
Mm.
But Joe's talking about that. Did you not think that sounded almost like a drum?
Okay.
That sounded like... I mean, that might be related, that might not, but that was my first thought. After asking out a little more, we decided to move upstairs into the healing room, which is the room that Tamsin has described as the most active, and it wasn't long before we started getting knocking again.
I've just seen, right, from where I'm standing, I've just seen an orc go across you. Yeah.
Go. Okay. Is there anybody here? Anybody who'd like to contact us? Speak to us in any way? Make a noise? Ring one of the bells or the gong? Then knock. Follow me.
Did you hear that? What were you about to say you heard?
I heard three knocks.
How did you go?
Try again.
No, I know my people's around, but I heard knocks though.
Try again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it again.
If I knock on the sideboard, can you copy me and could you try and make the knocks louder for us so we can hear them properly? That was Matt's, but you've got something after that.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you because of
The dogs.
the dogs. Could you try and copy my knocks for me again, please? Is it the dogs? Mm. We're going to move up into the loft. If you could... If you could copy us one more time, please, just to confirm that you were listening. Could...
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't do that.
No.
What did you...
Heard the knock.
Did you not hear the knock?
What, that noise just then?
Yeah.
Did you... What?
No, I didn't do anything.
It sounded like it...
It sounded like it...
Someone was knocking for us.
Listening. Good. Listening. Good.
Then.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. I hadn't even gone to knock
No.
there.
You were literally about to say just one last time if you
and
could...
I had it
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I was with it there. Yeah.
So, just as a final...
I've seen a light go up here in the camera then.
So just as a final confirmation...
Could you knock for us one more time, please?
But really, really loud.
Really loudly, like...
It wasn't until we looked back on this footage that we realised the microphone had cut. The camera was fully charged and so was the mic, so there was no reasonable explanation as to why the sound should have just gone. After we filmed this footage, we decided to move downstairs into the dining room and start a séance, and this is where things started getting very strange. We used a shot glass on the kitchen table and placed our fingers upon it. The idea is to use the glass like a planchette on a Ouija board and ask yes or no questions. Spirits can communicate with you by moving the glass as answers. Kevin, a spirit we've interacted with before, decided to pay us a visit, and he did not disappoint. We ended up in fits of laughter as this glass moved around the EMF meter and set it off time and time again. Unfortunately, what we hadn't realised was our camera battery had completely depleted at the start of this seance, so this is the only footage that we could salvage. But I still think this is some of the most perplexing footage that we've caught yet.
Anyway, because that's going in the video. No, it's okay. It's fine. You're taking the piss, aren't you? Okay, right, we're going to put that there. We're going to put that there.
Oh my god. That's really funny.
Kevin, could you do something else for us, please?
Can you do something else that's funny? Oh, Kev. I hate to break to you, mate, but I don't think we picked up the beep.
It went red though, I saw the red.
Just to clarify for the camera, there is a spirit that shows
Never mind, we'll explain it.
Okay.
We'll explain it later.
Kevin,
could
you make it go red
make
again?
it go red and beep again?
No.
That cost me 35 quid.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
make the meter this one here.
You don't have to hit the glass into the meter to make it go red. You just need to get as close as possible.
Come near to it. You need to come near to it.
If you can get as close as possible to that meter. Right, I see your logic. Take your finger off.
We continued like this for about another hour, until finally, with the morning drawing closer, and worn out from all the laughter, we decided to call the investigation to a close. We understand that some of you may be skeptical about this, but I can assure you, at least from my side, I definitely wasn't pushing that glass. And if you ask Jode or Tamsin, they will say the same. This investigation left us wondering how many homes could be haunted, how many of our own friends and family could have ghosts or spirits residing in their houses. Perhaps one day we'll find out.
It looks like you've got a boob outline.